Hello friends, good morning. Today we are going to see the new point microspectroscopy. So we know the macrospectroscopy can be studied in the microwave region, and in the microwave region we can study the pure kinds of rotations. So there is one requirement to be molecule active in the microwave region, and that requirement is molecule should possess the permanent dipole moment. For example, HCl. When we take a HCl molecule, here hydrogen contains permanent positive charge, chlorine contains permanent negative charge. So when we take hydrogen and the chlorine atom, there is one bond and there is a charge separation on these two atoms, so we can say that there is a dipole. So simply the dipole moment, that should be permanent dipole moment when we consider the homonuclear diatomic molecule like H2 and Cl2. For the H2 and Cl2, when we take these two atoms separately, or when we take the H bond H and Cl bond Cl, here one atom is permanently positive in case of the H2 and another atom is a partially negative. So there is no permanent dipole moment. Molecule does not possess permanent positive and the permanent negative charge. That's why the homonuclear diatomic molecule like H2 and Cl2 are inactive to the microwave spectroscopy. So the microwave spectroscopy can be studied in the microwave region, and it is related to the rotation of the molecules. So only molecules that have a permanent dipole moment can absorb or emit the electromagnetic radiation in such kind of transitions. And in the rotation of HCl, the fluctuations are seen to be exactly similar to the fluctuating the electric field of radiation. And thus the interaction can occur and energy can be absorbed or emitted, and the rotation gives rise to a spectrum. So simply when we study any kind of spectroscopy, the molecule is initially at the ground state. It absorbs energy at the ground state and then it goes to the excited state. It stays there for some seconds or microseconds and then comes to the ground state with the emission of the light. So simply same kind of criteria will be followed by the molecules or the atoms or the particles in the rotational spectroscopy also. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss these points. We will see the classification of molecules. The molecules can be classified in 4 groups as a linear molecule, symmetric top molecules and asymmetric top molecules. Okay, linear, symmetric, spherical and the asymmetric tops. So we will see one by one. First is the classification of the molecules. So first group is linear molecules, and we know many examples of the linear molecules as HCl, OCS, CO2 and so on. Okay, but when we consider the rotational spectroscopy, molecule should possess a permanent dipole moment. So when we consider the linear molecule like CO2, the molecule possesses a zero dipole moment. That's why CO2 is inactive to the rotational spectroscopy or the microwave spectroscopy. So that we will consider only 2 examples here, HCl and the OCS. So when we draw a HCl molecule, it will be linear, or when we draw the OCS, obviously it is a linear. So these are the 2 linear molecules, and we have to apply 3 directions of rotations to these structures. So we will consider HCl initially. So we have to rotate that HCl molecule about the bond axis or about the principal axis. When we rotate only the bond, okay, what happens? Nothing will be changed. Radius will be same, reduced masses will be same. That's why moment of inertia will be constant, that is Ia is equal to 0. So we can say that the moment of inertia related to the first kind of rotation for the linear molecules is equal to 0. Then we can take the second kind of rotation, that is end over end rotation in the plane of the paper. So just take one paper and put the molecule on that paper, and we have to rotate the molecule end over end in the plane of the paper. So we will get a structure like a spinning ball or a spinning egg. Okay. So simply here the moment of inertia is IB, and here IB is not equal to 0. Then we can do third kind of rotation, that is end over end rotation at right angles to the plane. Again we can take a notebook and keep your molecule on that paper. Okay, and we have to keep, for all kinds of rotation, the center of gravity will be fixed, or the center of the bond or the middle of the bond will be fixed, and then we have to rotate the molecule. So simply here also we can rotate the molecule only at a right angle. Okay, suppose initially we have kept H at the upside of the paper and Cl at the downside of the paper, and center will be fixed, and we have to rotate molecule at a 90 degree. Just transfer this H to the right angle, and obviously Cl will get moved to the left side. So we will get a spinning like structure again there. So obviously the moment of inertia related to third kind of rotation, or the C, that will be not equal to 0. So we can say that the moment of inertia associated with B kind of rotation and the C kind of rotation are almost equal. So for the linear molecules, the moment of inertia are given here. See on the slide, IA is equal to 0 and IB is equal to IC. So this is for the linear molecules. Now we will see the second kind of the molecules, or the group of molecules is the symmetric top molecules. So here we can take one example. Okay, methyl fluoride. Okay, see here structure CH3F. So when we take the molecule like a methyl fluoride, here 3 hydrogen atoms are attached to that carbon. So we will give numbers to them, H1, H2 and H3. Okay, so CH3F, this is the methyl fluoride. So the moment of inertia about the CF bond axis is now not negligible. Okay, so our principal axis is CF, or the main axis of rotation is the CF. So just we have to give first kind of rotation, that is the rotation about the bond axis. Okay, so just we can rotate that CF bond. Okay, when we rotate that bond, what happens? H1 goes to the place of H3 and H3 will come at the place of the H1. So simply there is a change. That's why the moment of inertia related to the first kind of rotation is not equal to 0 in case of the methyl fluoride, or in case of the symmetric top molecules. Now we have to apply the second and third kind of the rotations. That kind of rotations are end over end rotation in the plane of the paper, and third one is end over end rotation at a right angle to the plane. So just do that. Okay, so now we can do the rotation along the end over end. Okay, so one end is CH3 and another end is F. So we have to rotate that molecule in the plane of the on the paper. Okay, so first we have to apply this end over end rotation in the plane of the paper. So we can take a paper and put that molecule CH3F and F on that paper, and just we have to do end over end rotation. So when we do end over end rotation, we will get a spinning like structure again, or a top like structure. Okay, so here upward direction there is a CH3. Okay, and at the downward direction there is a fluorine. When we will rotate that molecule, it will like a top. Okay, so simply we can say that this molecule is a symmetric top. So moment of inertia related to the second kind of rotation is IB. Same way now we have to apply the third kind of rotation. Just put molecule in the plane of the paper, or just take a notebook and write down the structure CS3F as shown in this slide, and just we have to rotate this molecule at an 90 degree. So when we put CS3 at the upward direction of the paper and F at the downward direction, and we have to do end over end rotation at an right angle. So just that CS3 which is upside, it goes to the right side, and the F will move to the left side. Okay, so simply this kind of rotation will also observe like a top. So here the moment of inertia related to B kind of rotation and C kind of rotation both are equal. End over end rotation in the plane of the paper and end over end rotation at an right angle. So moment of inertia related to both kind of the rotations are equal. Only what is different here, IA is not equal to 0. That is, moment of inertia related to the rotation along the bond axis, that is not equal to 0. So this is the symmetric top. Again see here one example is given, BCl3. Okay, here principal axis of rotation is up, Cl1, Cl2 and Cl3. There are three chlorine atoms are attached to the boron, but we can consider only one bond as a principal axis. Okay, so we can take upper chlorine and the boron, there is one bond, and that bond, or the we can say that this is a principal axis of rotation. So we will see again, this is a symmetric top molecule, and we will give three kinds of rotation. First is about the bond axis, second one is end over end rotation in the plane of the paper, and end over end rotation at an right angle. So same way we will get IB is equal to IC not equal to IA, or we can say that IA is not equal to 0. And here we can also observe for the symmetric top molecules the prolet and the oblates. Okay, so here prolet and oblates we will see in detail in the next lecture. Okay, what kind of structure that is called as a prolet and oblate, and what are their moment of inertia. So here third is the spherical top molecules. When a molecule has all three types of the moment of inertia are identical. Okay, when IA is equal to IB and is equal to IC. So simply we can consider a molecule which is a symmetric molecule, that is a CH4 molecule. Okay, here all are the same molecules, or the atoms are here. Okay, 4 hydrogen atoms that are attached to the carbon atom, and when we give three kinds of rotations, first one is a rotation along the bond axis, then the rotation at end over end rotation in the plane of the paper, and last one is end over end rotation at a right angle. So when we give all kind of rotations, the moment of inertia for all three rotations are equal, that is IA is equal to IB is equal to IC. So this is a spherical top molecule. Okay, so keep in mind there is a difference in between the symmetric top molecules and the spherical top molecules. Okay, so symmetric top molecules are such as CS3F, BCl3, but the spherical top molecules are the molecules where the chemical environment around the main atom is equal, like CH4. So here we can see the fourth kind of the molecule, which is the asymmetric top molecule, and that can be studied in the micro region. So these molecules to which the majority of the substance belongs have all three moment of inertia are different. So when we take the example as a water molecule, okay, here when we take a water molecule, it is an example of the asymmetric top, and here Ia is not equal to Ib is not equal to Ic. When we apply 3 rotations here, rotation along the principal axis, then we can apply the end over end rotation in the plane of the paper, and lastly we can apply the end over end rotation at a right angle. So every time we can get a different structure, or we can see the H1 is replaced by H2, or H2 can be replaced by H1. So simply every time we can get a different type of the orientation. So we can see that here all 3 moments of inertia are different, that are Ia is not equal to Ib is not equal to Ic. So again here is one example given. You can see here it's the structure CH2 CH Cl. So this is the structure. This is one example of a asymmetric top molecules. Okay, so what we have studied in today's lecture, we have seen the molecules which are the microwave active, that should possess the permanent dipole moment, okay, and the dipole moment does not have the zero value. Then we have seen their classification of the molecules as a linear molecules, symmetric top molecules, spherical top molecules, and the asymmetric top molecules. Okay, so we will stop here.